come here. Of course, they need to take their level tests, and then upon getting their level test scores, we will now gauge or assess their skills if they can improve in a shorter time or in a little bit longer time. Now, in the case of IELTS speaking, we need a lot of practice for that. So we strictly implement the rule that we have, which is called the English-only policy. So students are not allowed to speak in their native language as much as possible. So they need to speak in English most of the time, if not always. So if we catch them speaking in other languages, they have some kind of penalty. And then after that, we also have some basic skills that we introduce to them. So for example, in the case of IELTS speaking, we have 3 parts. That's parts 1, 2, and 3. Part 1 and 3 are pretty easy. In the case of part 1, that's just basic questions. So it's like a one-on-one interview with a student. So they are asked basic questions and they are taught some strategies to improve their fluency, as these are just basic questions. For part 2, for example, for some students, they tend to memorize some answers. However, here, we will be probing or asking more follow-up questions from the students, basing it from their own experiences so that it would be easier for them to answer the IELTS questions in the actual examinations. And then for part 3, same with part 2, we encourage our students to use their own personal experiences because these are very familiar with them. However, we will test them about their comprehension. When we say comprehension, if they understood the questions or not. So with this, it may be a little bit difficult for our students, but it is one of our best strategies in order for our students to get their high goal score in IELTS.